aiming towards the Lynn box. Doesn't need to really explain what he's going to do should he get further up the pitch.
It's always a good weapon, isn't it? There's a poor throw from Lynn, concedes possession, allowing Maidenhead to come forward through Comley again, and it's for Blissett to chase down the left, and he's going to get there. Nasty nudge in Macaulay. Surely he pushed him back, but it's going to be a shooting opportunity for and a penalty, is it? It looks as though that's a penalty for Maidenhead, although it looked all in as though Macaulay had been nudged off the ball unfairly by Blissett. Nothing given, played back into the penalty area, and it's a penalty Maidenhead. Well, after 6 minutes, an early penalty for the home side, and it's Sam Barrett who's going to take this one for Maidenhead United. Early opportunity for the hosts to take the advantage, or Alex Street to stop him from doing that. But it's Barrett now with a firm one which gave Street absolutely no chance at all, and it's Maidenhead, courtesy of a penalty, take the early advantage. But they are still just trying to rebuild after that early setback from the Barrett penalty. Maidenhead leading by a goal. Tinnell on BBC Radio Norfolk. Again, it's a good delivery from Jarvis out to Brown, who brings it under control well, squeezes it through to Simon Power, gets it onto his right foot, trying to feed it out to Cameron King now. He's got Jones on his right, but again easily dispossessed. Good tackle. Cameron King with a right-footed strike, which is again a bit of a daisy cutter, as we saw on Saturday, but that's easy enough for keeper.
I mean, so far, the goal aside, Lynn have looked quite comfortable, moving the ball about as you'd expect a Kings Lynn side to do. It's just a shame that they got caught cold there and muscled off the ball and then followed it up with a rash challenge.
The rash challenge made by Brown, who has possession at the moment, and feeds Macaulay. Those two involved in the first the lead up and then conceding that penalty. Here comes Jarvis though, another pinpoint delivery to Jones on the right. That's a good looking one into the middle. Southwell goes up, Cameron King with a shot. Oh, great save by the keeper, nodded out for a corner. My word, King was so close to getting the equaliser, but Ashby Hammond to his left beat that one out. Falls nicely for goal scorer Barrett. He tries to get it through. Smith, good challenge from him. And no, that's a second good challenge from Chris Smith. Then finds Jones, who's up into the Maidenhead half. Then King to Jones. Jones gets it past his marker. Inside, Cameron King into the penalty area. Again, it's just nicked away from him. Still with King though. Finds Richards. Quickly out to Brown. Left. Chips it into the middle. Southwell heads it up. Punched away by the keeper. It's only going to fall though for Jones. Is he going to have a shot? Great fight. Jones! Oh, fizzes across the face of goal. Took a deflection out for a corner. Close to the equaliser. Jones unlucky. So it's either going to be Power to swing it in right-footed or Brown to take it and curl it maybe behind the two-man Maidenhead defence. But it's a free kick just about 5 yards in from the byline. Lynn left. Only two men in that Maidenhead wall. Delivery any second now. Brown steps over it. Power it is. In Stringer. Straight in! Oh, straight in from Power. The free kick from the Lynn left. It denied everybody, including keeper Ashley Hammond. And it's 1-1. Simon Power.
Well, could have an interesting conversation as to did he mean it or not? I think he was probably just trying to whip it into the far post area.
Onto a long ball for Maidenhead, although Street coming to the edge of his area to collect. That route is a handful one, isn't it, for Lynn to deal with? At
times it looked as though Lynn were almost saying, OK, we're going to accept he's going to win the header. We're going to drop off and make sure we pick up the second ball. I'm not sure that's really the best way to go about it, but we'll have to see how it develops as the game goes on.
Jockeying for position at the moment. Richards does really well to get it through to Adam Marriott. Squirms away from a couple of challenges, but then runs into trouble and the ball runs away from him. But he might pounce on this mistake. Adam Marriott with a chip over the keeper. Oh, hits the bar. How unlucky was Adam Marriott? He seized on a mistake there, chipped it over the keeper off the top of the bar. Well, having very nearly gone 2-1 up, courtesy of that audacious lob from Adam Marriott. They've got a corner to defend now, Kings Lynn Town. It's going to be taken by Comley. Again, it's a deep in swinger. Header away by Richards, I think that was for Lynn, but a long range strike. It's a decent one. Good save by Street. He had to be alert. That was a good strike from Shackelford.
Yeah, I think I'm not so sure. Once you get out there as a player, you know you're busy organising your teammates and you're shouting the ball and you're in the moment. Then I think you you probably don't really notice it quite so much.
Blissett causes trouble, and this is trouble for Lynn because it's going to be a left-footed strike. It takes a deflection just wide. That's a corner, my word. I think it was a deflection off Richards, off the initial shot from Dan Sparks, and that did enough to take it away for a corner. You think it's about time to at least have a word in his ear. It's a longish throw, though. Shortest man on the pitch, Brown, gets underneath it. Ends up back at the feet of Comley, and he finds Shackelford. He's up against Cameron King, who's helping out the defence. Shackelford does well. So does King. Oh, he wheedles past King too easily. And that's Blissett with the shot. And that's appeals for a handball, and that's another penalty. That's another penalty awarded against Kings Lynn Town. And that was a handball. Didn't quite see who it popped up on, but that's a penalty.
Yeah, I think it may have been Macaulay. I'm not 100% on that, but I think the ball had to travel a little distance before it got to him. It wasn't as though he's right on top of the player.
Well, it's as you were in the first half. We've got a penalty at the start of the second period, as we were the first. And it's going to be Barrett up against Street. It was convincing from Barrett in the first half. Is it going to be the same this time around? Or can Alex Street pull something off? Barrett now steps up. Again, a left-footed strike into the far corner. Nearly got it, did Street. He guessed right. But it's 2-1. Maidenhead ahead again. Looped over the stand behind the goal.
Yeah, they've not been bad deliveries, actually. The two that Clunan's just put in.
Let's fizz another one in. It's going to be a pretty similar delivery, I would imagine, Clunan. Near post it is. Very close. Again, across the face of goal. It's a goal kick. They got away with that, the hosts. Out to Brown, who brings it down first time. To Southwell, turns nicely. He's got Jones, has got acres of space on the right. They need to release it. Jarvis eventually gets it out to him, but they've got a couple of players out there now. So he has to play it back inside to Jarvis, then to Richards. Into Southwell, tries to turn his man. Still with Dale Southwell now for the Linnets. In a central position. Jarvis back into Southwell. Can he turn? Shot! Oh, goal! Southwell turn and shot! What a lovely strike it was. And Ashby Hammond couldn't do anything about that one at all. Two apiece.
Yeah, I mean, we could see it was a good ball into his feet. But you didn't really think there was a real threat there, but he just had one touch onto his right foot and shot early. Must have been a really powerful shot. We were almost behind it, but the power must have been the thing that beat the keeper.
I mean, he shaped himself up just before that, didn't he? He tried to. He squirmed away from a challenge. He thought, "Are you going to have a shot?" No. Then he played it to Jarvis, got the return, did exactly the same thing, and thumped it. Literally thumped it past Ashby. Smith. Short free kick to Jarvis. Smith again up to the halfway line now. Jones gets it back to Smith, chips it forward. Nice header on by Southwell. To Kelly into a bit of space. Keeper makes a bit of a fumble. Still with Kelly. Can he get it back to... Oh, it's in! Oh, it's in! It's in! Kings Lynn Town have taken the lead, and Aaron Jones places a shot through the defence and keeper. And the players are absolutely mobbing him on the far side in front of Ian Colvaz because Aaron Jones has drilled one in and Lynn lead 3-2.
Yeah, when the ball was bobbling about in the box, Kelly tried to flick it over one of the Maidenhead players and they were going to tidy it up and perhaps shepherd it back to the keeper. But I got a feeling it might have been Dale Southwell just nipped in and either got a touch away from the keeper, then the ball cut back and Jones took it first time through a crowd of players and found the back of the net. 3-2 to Kings Lynn.
Absolutely thumped it, didn't he? Another Lynn throw. Last 30 seconds. Everybody looking at their watches.
Surprised
those who are here.
Surprised they haven't squeezed up a little bit, but...
And the whistle goes! Slightly before time, but the whistle goes, and Kings Lynn Town on their second game in the National League get their first ever victory at this level. They had to come from behind twice, and it's Aaron Jones to put the icing on the cake.